driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. Apologize, I was going live and there was a few things wrong, so I had to start over. I hope that shouldn't confuse anybody because nobody really got the message yet, so we should be good. I'm just sharing this to a couple places, getting a little more daring on where I'm placing stuff. Then there were people who were asking Messenger, and hopefully this works. Hopefully that'll help him. Okay. All right. Oh, nobody's here yet, so it works. Good. Good and bad. It is what it is. It was only because I was doing other stuff, so I was worried about it. Today, we're going to talk about criticism. So, and I'll get started about 30 seconds to a minute. Because I don't want to repeat myself in case people should show up. That is the only reason why. Lots of water. Man, I need to go to the chiropractor this week. I really need it. That's nice. All right. Let's go ahead and get at least kind of started. Get moving so the rewatchers don't have to sip all their coffee before I'm ready to go. If you're here, please say hello. Actually, welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be hosting today. If you're here, please say hello. If you're watching the rewatch, if people show up, they'll say hi. So. And if you feel like this video could help other people, maybe you want to pin it for yourself, we have like over 1,200 videos. Yeah. I'm about to make a shit ton more too, with a bunch of education things. Anyway, I think that's enough of the ticker. So I'm going to be doing this out of As Bill Sees It. There's not a reading outside of it because I don't. What did it require? I don't have it. The 12 Concepts, page 68. Let's try this. "12 Concepts, page 68 PDF. I'll just see if I can find it. It wants me to download something. It did ask for a PDF. View PDF. Download again. Oh, I already downloaded it once, so let's go ahead and grab it. Here it is. is the PDF, page 38. Whoa. Let's get to this. So, facing criticism. Okay, so first off, if you have brothers and sisters, you may notice something. You may notice that it seems like your parents may have raised you different. If you talk to your brothers and sisters, you'll find that they had a different experience with your parents. Hi, Emma. How are you? My parents treated me a lot differently than they did the other children. Right? And that makes for cause and effect, man. My parents criticized me a lot because I failed a lot. What they didn't teach me tell me was that I was learning. I was learning life. See, nobody else was teaching us life. My parents were too busy drinking and smoking weed and playing lawn darts in the fucking park. Okay? Or if they weren't doing that, they were working. They were always working. Both my parents always at work. Okay? So that might be the first thing you kind of notice as somebody that feels different. Okay? Now, the criticizing isn't going to end. I tell you, I've had more people give me unsolicited advice and gaslit me while working in recovery. Okay, we're going to talk about that a little bit because there's such thing as facing criticism, which can be constructive, and then there's plain downright gaslighting. Okay. Alcoholics do it all the fucking time. We don't notice it. It is when you tell somebody else that their feelings are invalid or no good. That is pretty much gaslight, but we'll get more into it and how we can handle those things. I'm not going to just sit here and talk about those people. I'm going to tell you what I do. Okay, and it has to do with this finger and love. All right, we'll get to it. I'm not kidding. All right, facing criticism. Sometimes we register surprise, shock, and anger when people find fault with AA. Yeah, we don't like it when people find fault with AA. Man, they do that on. So I was on, what is it, TikTok? Yeah, we make the fuck of it. Anyway, horrible. What a horrible place. Anyway, I had several videos. One video said AA is not the only way. Everybody clamored to that fucking video. And it was a trick. I don't cut down AA. I don't cut down anything. I just tell you what it actually is. Right? So they were in for a little bit of a surprise, whereas I'd go on and probably give the greatest sermon I ever could or whatever. And it would have like 10 downloads. But that AA is not the only way. Close to 1,000. See, it was the title. TikTok recognized the title and put it way up because it caused controversy. It wanted that. Okay. So we don't like it when people cut down AA. Now here's my thing. Sometimes people are like, I tried to give AA a try, it didn't work for me. And that's pretty much what they say. And you know what? That can be true. Maybe they need to try a different way. There are 3 or 4 different other ways, okay, to try and get sober that maybe you would connect a little bit better to. Certainly, I would help you with something like that. But when people come and say only 2% of people in AA make it, and it's a religious program and it's a cult, and we want to defend it, don't we? Sure, you want to defend it. You're part of the largest cult nobody ever wanted to be a part of. Of course you want to defend it. It saved your fucking life. I'm going to tell you what to do with those people. Nothing. Give them nothing. Okay? Why are you spending your time with them? That's the actual question. Don't hang out with those yahoos. Who gives a fuck? Don't hang out with the wieners. Hang out with the winners. Okay? There's 2 winners here right now. Emma? It's the Dion and Emma show. We are apt to be disturbed to such an extent that we cannot benefit by his constructive criticism. Oh, just because somebody said something that offends you? Yeah. Hi, Ingrid. So yesterday I was talking about the Serenity Prayer and how we can use the Serenity Prayer to grow even when it's not us. Even when it's not us. I'm going to tell you a few things. Okay? Bill, he tried acid. He tried shrooms. He tried all sorts of things to get rid of his depression under doctor's care. So, I don't give a fuck. Did it work? No? Oh, okay, now we know. See, they didn't know that stuff back then. Yet he was willing to do these things for us, and then people cut him down. That's where I have the trouble. But see, I don't require people's respect to be well. My recovery, my happiness, does not depend on other people's respect of me. It used to. Okay? Now, when we say I don't care what people think about me, that's just not true. We do. But we got to give it a limitation. Okay? I'm very attached to my wife. If she's having a hard day, I'm going to probably have one with her. Because I love her. Okay? For some reason, I'm the one person in the whole world that can help her get out of her depression. Okay? We're getting there. Oh, she's not here. Never mind. Nobody's here. Of course, nobody's here. It's the weekend. I'll tell you why nobody's here. Because I said this is a cleaning weekend. It's a clean. Oh, they're all gone. Now you know why I feel like the housewife. I'm not going, we need to clean this place. Pew! It's like Looney Tunes and there's a dust cloud. Ooh. They're gone. I woke up, nobody was home. This sort of resentment makes no friends and achieves no constructive purpose. Certainly, this is an arena which we can approve. Don't worry about what people have to say about AA or you. But listen. Not letting it offend you is one thing, but listening to improve yourself is something entirely different. I'm always listening. I will listen in on other people's conversation if I think it might make me a better person. Well, they're talking about something bad, so they might bring something up. Oh, that person, and they're talking, and this person did this. And do I do that? I do not. Okay, check. Move along. Do it all day long. These are spot checks. Listen to everything. Your emotions are not required to grow. They're not. You do not need to be in pain. You do not need to have fear. You do not need to have the gift of desperation to change. You can do it. It's a decision. And every day, God's going to put things in front of you. And he's going to say, are you going to learn from this or are you not? All right. This next part, so the first part was a grapevine. This next part comes from the 12 concepts. So maybe written a little different. Probably not, because Bill probably wrote the concepts too. Hey, he just talks a certain way. You'd always tell it as Bill, man. It just feels wholesome. It is evident that the harmony, security, and future effectiveness of AA will depend largely upon our maintenance and the thoroughly non-aggressive and pacific attitude in all our public relations. I don't know, and not Pacific, but pacific. When you're being, yeah. I will not do that. I will not, because to me that is lowering. That is lowering who I am, and I will not do that. Okay, I will not placate other people. To me, that means being weak, passive aggressive. Now, I'm probably wrong with what he's trying to say, but I'm just, So anyway, but we do need to be non-aggressive in our public relations. You don't think you're a public relations? Every time you go to the doctor, you go anywhere, you're a walking, talking miracle. Use it. Work with it, man. Let it be a part of your everyday life. Let people notice that you're in recovery. Wear shirts. Be proud. Yeah. We used to have a bunch of bumper stickers, as people just aren't into them anymore. But I had one. It said "Protected by Smith and Wilson." Pretty cool. All right. This is an exacting assignment because in our drinking days we were prone to anger, hostility, rebellion, and aggression. And even though we are now sober, the old patterns of behavior are to a degree still with us, always threatening to explode on any good excuse. Yeah. That's why you got to take those 2 seconds. That's why you got to take the 2 seconds. Don't react. Even if you think you have the answer right away, don't react. Just don't, ever. Doesn't matter if it's right or not. It doesn't matter. Those 2 seconds will mean the world. That's a long time in your head. It can come up with another idea or maybe even expand upon something, or your verbiage may change. Whereas you were going to say it one way, you're like, oh, but if I say it this way, it'll come across a lot better. Those 2 seconds are the difference between a happy, fulfilling life and disagreeing with a lot of people. Okay? Because when you have a reaction, quite often I need to make an amends and I have to roll back. Quite often. Okay? So, therefore, I don't do that. If the stove is hot, I don't put my hand on it. It's the same thing. But we know this, and therefore I feel confident that in the conduct of our public affairs, we shall always find the grace to exert restraint. Yeah, some of them are going to want to start a fight and be like, let's fight, let's argue. No, don't do it. No. You can be factual, but don't argue. Well, only 2% of the people in AA make it. Yeah, I'm not sure where you got that, but I've been in the program, I don't know, about 20 years, and I've watched it, and it's about half the people. So you can do nothing to that. Experience is fact. Hey, Gary. Experience is fact. Okay? So, what do we do? You're going to see, and you're going to see this. You're going to see somebody going through something, and you're going to watch somebody gaslight them. You know what? I think I would just rather teach you not to gaslight than tell you what gaslight or go into examples. I think everybody's pretty astute on what it is now. Right? So let's talk solution. The number one way to not be gaslit is to take responsibility for your own emotions. It's the number one way. If you can do that, nobody can gaslight you. They will try. They'll be like, oh, this is an emotional person. I'm still an emotional person. That hasn't changed. But now I have very tough boundaries. Okay? I don't seek happiness. That's silly. I don't seek happiness. I seek productivity. I seek making things better. I seek that I have to get off within 4 minutes so I can make sure I'm there for my home group. What a neat group, man. I've been to a lot of AA meetings and a lot of really good frickin' AA meetings. But there's something special about that 3:00 meeting. I haven't been able to put my finger on it, but I will figure it out. I think it just comes down to the fact that God is beautiful. And he will work in and through us when we try to get closer to him. So what happens? Let's say somebody gives you unsolicited advice. Okay. Go ahead and listen to it. Don't be mad at that person. Don't be mad at that person. Okay. I know it feels like you have a right to be mad at that person, but you don't. Okay? Don't let that person control your feelings. Okay? Listen to it. Because what if they're right? Don't blow something off just because somebody offended you. Okay? I get offended quite easy. I blow it off. Rule 62. I don't take myself seriously. I take the program seriously. So therefore, when I'm offended, that's me. That is not the program. That's not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama. All right. You didn't know that was coming out, did you? Well, Gary probably kind of knew. You knew I could do that question. So. Oh my God, that is so refreshing. Okay. My daughter, Megan, said the other day, she said, Dad, she's my stepdaughter, and she doesn't call me Dad. She calls me D. Says D, you're gonna have to you have to pick either the soda or the cookies to get rid of. I'm so proud of her. Nobody confronts me like that. 10 years ago, I would have gotten mad. 5 years ago, I would have gotten mad. The other day, I went, she loves me that much. See the difference? That's the difference. And guess what? My cookies are gone. We haven't bought any more, but I think I'm going to tell my wife not to buy me anymore. So she's been making me eat healthier, which I absolutely suck at. So I'm grateful once again. Another fucking, It's like every day I wake up and God's got a gift waiting for me. It's so fucking cool. And I want to give it away. I want to give it to everybody else. You know? Wake up. This sister's talking to me. I wake up. I got emails saying, wow, you're like really cool. And it's just so many different things to be grateful for, man. So do the work. Do the work, because that's how it worked for me. All right, it is 2:45. I've got to wrap up and get Garrett. So, all right. Thank you everybody for being here. I love you. Peace out and have a day.